Welcome back. This week marks the first anniversary of the arrival of dangerous Hurricane Dorian, the catastrophic storm.
It left many of dollars in damage and scores dead. The police played a crucial role in the search for those missing following the storm. Jamila Mizik has this update.
There's no question that Hurricane Dorian was perhaps one of the most disastrous events to ever take place in the Bahamas, and the effects of the superstorm are still impacting Grand Bahama today. Officer in charge of crime management and investigations, Chief Superintendent Brian Roll says, 1 year later, and many officers are still recovering. But he's highlighting the dedicated officers on the Royal Bahamas Police Force for their instrumental role in the rescue and recovery process during that time.
In the midst of what they had to go through, and to go out there and to find loved ones, and the solemnness, the sadness, the humility that they brought to that, and knowing that that was someone's son, someone's daughter, someone's mother, someone's father, they took that to such an extreme, and I was there to witness a number of these events when a recovery was made, a prayer was said, and the careful removal of those individuals placed in the body bag and taken to the morgue.
Roll says based on their records, 13 persons were recovered, and 4 of those 13 are still waiting to be identified by DNA. But he admits that the COVID-19 pandemic has affected that process. Now, with some 22 persons still missing, the chief superintendent says they remain focused on ensuring that they leave no person behind.
The Royal Bahamas Police Force takes this particular action very serious and trying to recover persons. Right now, because of what's happening on the island, that is being delayed, and that has taken a back seat. But I want the public to know, and everyone in the Bahamas to realize, that even after the lights of the hurricane is shut off, we are still out there trying to recover and trying to bring loved ones back home to the persons who miss them so dearly.
Now, 1 year later, Chief Superintendent Roll says in the event that there is another natural disaster as devastating as Hurricane Dorian, they're hoping for the best but are prepared for the worst.
We are over-prepared this time. Moving vehicles in strategic places, putting other assets where we need to have them. I think maybe the next storm wouldn't be as disastrous as Dorian, but our preparedness will prepare us for whenever something like that happens again, we'll be in a ready state, better than we were before. Lessons learned.
Chief Superintendent Roll says it was important to ensure the mental health of officers as well.
Mentally, the officers are strong. Of course, you get persons who will need additional assistance. But during Dorian, we also made sure we took care of that. We had grief sessions for the persons who would have lost loved ones. We also had sessions with psychologists and psychiatrists for our own officers who also was going through trauma. I think a year later, I'll say that the force is strong and the officers are strong and they're coming through.
He's encouraging Bahamians to remain strong, especially during this time.
We're in untried times. Dorian was an event that we never would have expected. Never in 1,000 years would we have expected the waters to reach almost as far here, as far and beyond headquarters. So we have to keep strong, we have to keep prayerful, and we have to keep knowing that God will bring us through, and He will.
Jamila Mizik, ZNS Network News.